We're here at REIT Week 2010 in Chicago, and I'm joined by Hossein Fateh, President and CEO of DuPont Fabros Technology. Do you feel that investors and analysts are becoming more comfortable and accustomed to the data center industry?
Certainly. I mean, it's one of the brightest spots in the real estate sector. The internet continues to grow, and there's two of us right now who are public. Both of us, after our secondary offering, have considerable float. And there's a third player that has filed for an IPO. So I think the market is now starting to mature, and we're getting the credit that we should have had even earlier. The investors are getting used to and recognize data centers more as an asset class of their own, rather than a very niche specialty product.
And looking around the country, are there any parts or regions where you feel like data centers are growing faster than others?
Certainly. I mean, data centers is not just location. With data centers is the cost of power, the availability, and the cost of fiber optics. And thirdly, there are what type of taxes the tenants have to pay, whether are personal property taxes, real estate taxes, and taxes on purchases of their servers. So we look at all those factors when choosing, and so do our tenants, a certain geographical area. So we feel Northern Virginia is probably the best market in the country, followed by Santa Clara.
And would you say that the rise of so-called cloud computing has had an impact on your industry, either positively or negatively?
It's certainly positive, in that cloud computing platforms are customers of ours. One of the better recognized names who has themselves announced that they've signed 2 deals with us is Rackspace in Chicago. And it's so rather than a company owning all their own servers, they can outsource those servers to a Rackspace, and a Rackspace would lease space from us. We have certainly benefited, and so have some of our competitors, from cloud computing. But cloud is just a subset of the data centers. It's another way to process your data. Rather than doing it themselves, they outsource to a Rackspace, and a Rackspace then outsources to us. But the whole industry as a whole, the amount of data that needs to be processed is growing faster and faster.
And looking ahead 5 years from now, what do you think are going to be the biggest challenges that your company and the data center industry face?
From our standpoint, it's not really a problem. The biggest challenge is really where we're going to grow and how fast it's prudent to grow. That's the type of strategic thing that I think about a lot, and so do our board. How fast shall we grow, and where? That's really the biggest challenge that we face right now.
Exciting times.
It certainly is.
Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Great, thank you.
For more information on this and other REIT news and analysis, check out REIT.com.